Eric Church has been getting Dixie chicked because of him getting his quotes just getting taken out of context for a Rolling Stone article. If anyone saw it, he was the headline, not the headliner, or I guess that was
page.
the cover page, cover story, shit that whatever, and like the quote on the front was like he talks about how he's against the NRA and loves Democrats or whatever, and it's just like what?
Yeah, I want to say it's like how he blames the NRA for Vegas and how he's a like Bernie supporter or something.
Yeah,
like
how he loves Bernie or whatever the fuck it was, and it's just like if you really read the quotes. He did blame the NRA, kind of, but it wasn't like the NRA is responsible for this. It's just kind of him saying, like, well, when they're the big lobbyists, it's kind of hard to fight against them or something like that.
Yeah, I took it as a guy who doesn't like basically how the government does shit, and so the lobbying being almost an arm of the government, and then talking about, like, his point was the dude had this massive arsenal in this hotel room, and how did he have that and no one knew that he had that there? And I can get where he's coming from also because he fucking played there and then flew out of town and then heard about it. And so, like, in the article he's talking about, like, he felt bad, like, feeling kind of selfish by saying, like, well, I hope, my fans, quote, weren't there. Not in, like, a dickish way, but just, like, he's thinking about the people who paid to come see him, and then they're getting shot at, and so feeling guilt for that. So I can understand a guy wanting to talk about that. But he also repeatedly said he's still a Second Amendment guy, and all that thing. So it's not like
he's
he
pro-life,
he's out
and
here.
He didn't, like he said his wife voted Trump, but he didn't vote, and
and that's the thing. Yeah, and that's the thing that I thought was funny is, like, when I read the whole thing, I was reading it from the perspective of a guy who was just having a conversation with someone, not, I have to call up Rolling Stone so that I can make this stance so that I can have everyone know how I feel. It seemed like they were asking him questions and he was just being honest, and I think that was really refreshing that he was honest. Obviously, I disagree with him on things. Yeah, and I disagree with him on things, but he's being a reasonable person about things, so I don't understand how everyone's like, fuck this guy and all this shit. I'm like, I mean, yeah, you can disagree with him, but what happened to, like, just disagreeing, and then that's the end of it.
And then he, the whole time, he's pretty much center-right. Like, that's how his views are. And then he says, like, he liked Bernie or whatever, and then he said he met Obama and he liked him. And it's just like... And Rolling Stone is just throwing him under the bus pretty much by... They post a picture of Eric Church with just the caption of, like, in this year, Eric Church met Obama and said he's a great person. It's just like... They're doing one of two things. They're either trying to piss off Republicans by making him seem left-leaning, or they're trying to get left-leaning people to be a country fan, because obviously left-leaning people are usually like, fuck country music. They're just a bunch of racist hillbillies who like banjos or whatever. So they're probably trying to get left-leaning people to be like, no, Eric Church, see, he agrees with you guys. You should listen to his music because he agrees with you. He's not this racist right-wing guy that you think he is. And just whichever one they're doing, it's just bullshit. I mean, because this Rolling Stone author, writer, whatever, journalist, quote-unquote journalist, wrote out, like, even though I do blame the NRA, that's not what Eric Church was saying. And it's just like, what? Like, let your true colors fly, Rolling Stones. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think it's just another one of those situations where in our world of everyone getting outraged by everything all the time, that was perfectly... just political enough that people were going to take one side or the other and freak out completely rather than trying to just listen to them and be like, all right, well, I disagree with what you are saying on certain things, but I respect your ability to say them. It's now, fuck you, how dare you have an opinion that's different than mine, you should be killed.
Well, yeah, and it's also, it's fucking dog shit that... It's just, the magazine, it's clickbait by saying that. It's genuine, granted... magazines are the original clickbait of this is what the cover page says, like he hates the NRA and he loves Bernie, and that's going to get people pissed. No one's going to read it. They're just going to be like, what? Fuck him. Like that's the age where it's like I fucking love science, but I used to follow that page back in the day, and they posted an article. It's just like alien DNA found in marijuana or something like that, and everyone commented like, "I knew there was something crazy about weed." And then if you actually read the article, it goes like 9 out of 10 people don't read headlines, and this has nothing. And it was just statistics about how people share articles without reading the headline, or like only reading the headline. And that's just what it was. It's all of a sudden all these people being like, "Wow, Eric Church is a liberal pussy." It's like, you didn't read the article. You're just saying what people are tweeting. Like, stop the fucking echo chambers.
The world allowed clickbait in the current sense of clickbait to even exist because of this trend of passing along information without reading it, or seeing a headline and sharing it and all that shit. And it's annoying, but like I said, I like Eric Church's music, even if he was coming out and being really hardcore one way or the other. I still like his music, and I'm able to differentiate between the music and the guy, and I still respect his ability to voice whatever opinions he wants to about whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a shit if he was a left-leaning liberal. As long as he's putting out good music, I don't care.
Well, exactly. I don't give a shit.
Because people forget that there was this magical time called 2015 where political leanings didn't kill people's careers. Except for the Dixie Chicks, but
that's racist.
That's a completely different thing.